welcome to our number 2 2025 Topps Pro Debut Hobby Break. So we have sold out number 4 and number 5 actually. They will be the next 2 days. And then the only one I have left is number 6, which has 5 spots left. I'll link that one in chat right now. And then that's all the Pro Debut I ordered. So they were a pretty good success this year. Alright, and for today's break, we have Robert L. with the Orioles and Angels, Bill M. with the Red Sox and Padres, Dominic V. with the Yankees, Michael S. has 6 teams, the Rays, Jays, Reds, Diamondbacks, Giants, did I miss one? Rays, Jays, and the Phillies. I missed the Phillies. Okay, Tim F. with the White Sox, Candy H. with the Guardians, as well as the Cubs, Christian with the Tigers, Royals, Brewers, and Pirates, Brandon H. with the Twins, David R. with the Astros, George R. with the A's, Marlins, Cardinals, and Rockies. Actually, Brandon H. I think I might have packed your stuff up yesterday too soon. Let me take a look here. Yeah, I might have to unpack that one. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, I did. Alright, where was I? David R. with the Astros, George with the A's, Marlins, Cardinals, and I already said George. Roger F. with the Mariners and the Nationals, John I. with the Rangers, Brian H. with the Braves, Francisco with the Mets and Dodgers, and that's everybody. Let's see what we can find. 8 autos, lots of hits for pretty low prices in Pro Debut. Haven't found a Chrome auto yet. I assume they still exist. That'd be weird if they didn't. Of course, get my checklist up for the players I will forget, as I do every time we do this break. Hopefully I'm picking up on some of them. Alright, Yohandy Morales. Oh, I'm not a focus still. Fix that. Yohandy Morales, Nationals, Hung Chun Royals, Cam Caminiti, Braves, Caleb Bodemer, White Sox, Robert Callas, Rockies, Yofri Solano, Marlins, Luke Adams, Brewers, Jack Penny, Tigers, Bryce Rayner, Tigers, Chase Davis, St. Louis, JJ Weatherholt, St. Louis, Juan Baez, Brewers, Cooper Pratt, Brewers, Emiliano Teodo, that is the Rangers. That I am a day early. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have a Pro Debut today, tomorrow, and the next day, and I have 5 spots left on the last one I have, number 6. And then we have Michael Roy for the Mariners. First up here, a hit of Jacob Cozart of Cleveland, 107/199. That'll be a pink, fuchsia, whichever it is. That'll be for Candy. We have a Leo DeVries, League Elites, San Diego for Bill. And there's a random Carson Williams for the Rays. Slide a pink over here. For our Chrome, Alex Clemmy for the Nats for Roger. Agustin Ramirez of the Marlins. That is for George. Chico Cozart for the Guardians again for Candy. Kevin Hidalgo, Rockies for George. Christian Moore of the Angels for Robert. That's a nice one. Yeremy Cabrera. First one, I don't remember. Gonna guess Mets. Rangers, okay. If the players aren't really featured much in Bowman or anything, sometimes I'm unsure. But that was the only one I missed in that pack. I wasn't sure if... Alright, Malcolm Moore, Rangers. Christopher Familia, Yankees. Walker Jenkins, Twins. Ty Suthasine, Cubs. Jonathan Santucci, Mets. Bryce Cunningham, Yankees. Ty Petey, Mariners. Jared Sundstrom, I believe that's the A's. Oh, no. I've looked this one up many times. It's the Mariners guy. Yeah, I'll never get it right. Jael Perez, White Sox. Sam Antonacci, White Sox. Arjun Imala, Jays. And Blake Wright, Rockies. We have a Chris Cortez of 175 for the Angels. That'll be for Robert. It's a Sparkle. Then we have a Charlie Blackmon insert for the Rockies for George. A drafted of J.J. Weatherholt of the St. Louis Cardinals for George. And then a Sebastian Walcott of the Texas Rangers for John. And then a numbered parallel, we have a 110 of 150 chrome of Walker Jenkins. That is a very nice hit right there. Looks like we got another parallel behind that too coming up. Or it might be an auto. Who was it, a chrome auto? It might be chrome auto. So a blue wave of 150 on our Walker Jenkins for Brandon. Very nice hit. Then I think we have a chrome auto here. It is a first round pick. Yeah, here we go. Our first chrome auto. Blake Burke, first rounder for the Milwaukee Brewers. And that is 035 of 199. That will be for Christian. Blake Burke. And our chrome, we have Pablo Guerrero, Rangers, for John. Vladimir Restituto, who is now a Brewer, for Christian. Cash Mayfield, first rounder for San Diego, for Bill. Chase Burns for the Reds, that'll be for Michael. Kyle Teal for the White Sox for Tim. And Griff O'Farrell, first rounder for the Orioles, for Robert. I'll put up a Chase Burns. Burns will probably be in the Reds rotation next year, I imagine. Alright, Aaron Parker, Jays. Griffin Burkholder, Phillies. Marvin Alcantara, Red Sox. Yolfran Castillo, Rangers. Chris Cortez, Angels. Ryan Waldschmidt, Diamondbacks. Vladimir Restituto, Brewers. Jared Serna, Marlins. Jose Fernandez. I think it's the Guardians, but I want to double check. No, maybe it's the Diamondbacks. It's the Diamondbacks. That's right. Johnny Farmello, Mariners. Caden Kendall, Twins. Brooks Brandon, Red Sox. Alex Clemmy, Nationals. Brody Brecht, Rockies. Esteban Gonzalez, that is the Guardians. Double checking. Yes. Kellen Lindsey, Dodgers. We have a ballpark promos insert of Justin Crawford of the Phillies. That'll be for Michael. Followed by N of 299 of George Wolko of the Chicago White Sox. And that'll be for Tim. Oh, it's an auto. Look at that. It is a purple auto of 250. Very nice. 197, 299 on the number. Alright, for our chrome, we have Boston Barrow, I think is the Mets. It is. For Francisco. Franklin Arias of the Red Sox for Bill. Carter Johnson, Marlins for George. Christopher Familia, Yankees for Dominic. Max Clark, Detroit Tigers for Christian. And Carson DeMartini, the Phillies for Michael. I doing? This is not gonna end up here. It's gonna end up back here. Got lots of autos. Dakota Jordan, Giants. Chase Harlan, Dodgers. Trey Yesovich, Jays. Kaviris Tears, Padres. Cam Smith, Astros. George Lombard Jr., Yankees. Boston Bateman, Padres. Dante Nori, Phillies. Boston Barrow, Mets. Carson Bench, Mets. John Spikerman, Phillies. Luis Baez, Astros. Kevin Hidalgo, Rockies. And Christian Moore, Angels. And we have a 99 of Jonah Tong of the New York Mets. That'll be for Francisco. A green Jonah Tong. Then we have Dayron Lorenzo. League Elites for the Detroit Tigers for Christian. A purple chrome, a first rounder for the Braves, Caminiti. That'll be for Brian. 26 of 125. A random paper Henry Ramos in there. A nice chrome first rounder Travis Bazana, first overall pick for the Guardians for Candy. Marcelo Meyer, Red Sox for Bill. Edgardo Quintero, Dodgers for Francisco. Roman Anthony, Boston Red Sox for Bill. Cole Fontenelle, Angels, I want to say. Let's find out. Angels for Robert. Blake Mitchell, Royals, that's the Royals. And that'll be for Christian. Jack Caglione, Royals. Dayron Lorenzo, Tigers. Thomas White, Marlins. Brendan Sproat, Mets. Theo Gillen, Rays. Demetrio Cristantes. I don't remember. Diamondbacks. Billy Amick, Twins. Lisbel Diaz, Giants. Jeremy Cabrera. We looked this one up before. Rangers. Chase Burns, Reds. Kyle Teal, White Sox. Griff O'Farrell, Orioles. Eddie Reinders, Pirates. And Max Clark, Tigers. Oh, and Kadeem Dia, Twins. And then an X-Fractor of Carter Johnson, second round pick for the Miami Marlins for George. We have a star insert, Jose De Paula for the Dodgers. That'll be for Francisco. We have a Kalen Culpepper of 150 blue. Auto, another one. We found enough 25 Culpepper auto the other day. And that'll be for Brandon. So first round, 45 of 150 blue Kalen Culpepper auto. Check something real quick. Alright. Chrome, Riku Nishida, White Sox for Tim. Slade Caldwell, D-backs for Michael. Cole Mathis, Cubbies for Candy. Josh Carone, Mariners for Roger. Dylan Head, Miami for George. And Cody Freeman, Rangers. That'll be for John. Alright, we have one more auto left. Should be in this one. We got two first rounder autos. I don't know what Walco was exactly. I know he's a decent prospect. I don't know where he was drafted. Ben Hess, Yankees. Drew Beam, Royals. Eduardo Tate, Phillies. Ronnie Hernandez, White Sox. Matt Shaw, Cubbies. Jonathan Long, Cubs. Roman Anthony, Red Sox. Nate Nankill. Another one I often forget here. A's. Blake Mitchell, Royals. Ryan Campos, Cardinals. Dylan Head, Marlins. Zaner Muth, I believe Pirates. Yeah. Andrew Painter, Phillies. And then we have enough 299. Josh Kuroda Grauer of the A's. That'll be for George. There's purple. Purple paper. have an auto coming up. When is it gonna come? Nobody knows. Drafted of Jack Caglione here. Kansas City for Christian. Ballpark promos. Another Jack Caglione. Royals. And then we have a green wave, it looks like, of 99. Jesus Madi. Very nice one for Christian. Very high prospect. It's a top 5 prospect, I think, now. So that's a nice hit. And then we should have an auto. It is a Padres auto. It is one of 175. Kaviris Tears. Sparkle auto. That'll be for Bill. He was, I think, a 4th rounder in 2024. So we got all numbered autos. That's pretty nice. 4 numbered autos. And a very nice Jesus Madi here. Alright, Chrome Ramon Ramirez, Royals for Christian. Joffrey Solano, Marlins for George. Demiri Pena, Twins for Brandon. Andrew Painter, Phillies for Michael. Cole Carrig, Rockies for George. And lastly is Travis Sikora, Nationals. That'll be for Roger. So that was a very solid box, I would say. Nice chrome of Walker Jenkins, a chrome hit Walker Jenkins, a chrome hit Jesus Madi, and 4 numbered autos, including 2 first rounders. One is a chrome. So I'm digging that one. And box number 2. One box down. I don't feel like I missed out on anything. Which team are you? Oh yeah, you came early. That's right. You have Arizona. Okay. Well, at least we haven't wasted any of your Diamondbacks and Mariners in this one. We're saving them for the next one. Ah. Okay. We have Nick Morabito. I don't remember Morabito. That is the New York Mets. Luke Cashel, Twins. Agustin Ramirez, Marlins. Ethan Anderson, Orioles. Pablo Guerrero, Rangers. Charlie Soto, Twins. Cash Mayfield, Padres. Kareem Diop, Twins. Roman Anthony, Red Sox. Nate Nankill, A's. Blake Mitchell, Royals. Ryan Campos, Cardinals. Dylan Head, Marlins. Xander Muth, Pirates. Andrew Painter, Phillies. Esbel Gonzalez. Is that the Guardians or D-backs? It's one of those two. It's the Royals. Couldn't be wrong or more wrong. Alright, we have Thomas White, League Elite for Miami. That's for George. A paper Cole Mathis randomly in here for the Cubs. And we don't have any hits in that pack. That is different. Alright, Jared Sundstrom, I remember now, is the Mariners. That'll be for Roger. Matt Shaw of the Cubs for Candy. Ty Soothseen of the Cubs as well. Ethan Anderson, Orioles for Robert. Kellen Lindsey, first rounder for the Dodgers for Francisco. And Drew Beam of the Royals. That'll be for Christian. Yeah, this pro debut break has like the most reserves I think I've ever had on a break. When I posted number 6, I literally only had 6 spots for sale. But I'm about out of them though. That'll be number 6 is all I have. And when I look at prices, they're like at least $150, which is about around $50 more than I paid for them. So that's not going to work out so good for me. Jared Thomas, Rockies. Franklin Arias, Red Sox. Carter Johnson, Marlins. Luke Cashel, Twins. Agustin Ramirez, Marlins. Ethan Anderson, Orioles. Pablo Guerrero, Rangers. Charlie Soto, Twins. Travis Sikora, Nats. Nick Mitchell. Why do I keep forgetting Nick Mitchell? Guardians. Jeremy Rodriguez, Mets. Casey Cook, Rangers. Aiden Smith, Rays. And then a Leo DeVries numbered parallel here of $2.99. Purple. That'll be for Bill. Nice one. He's now, of course, on the A's. Alright. Yes, days. Right? I'm not mistaken that, am I? He was traded. Yeah, he must have been part of the trade that sent Mason Miller there. Bryce Rayner, drafted insert for the Tigers. And that'll be for Christian. We have a star insert, Xavier Isaac of the Tampa Bay Rays. That'll be for Michael. And here's a green of 99 chrome of Kyle Teal. Very nice one there. He's a former first-round pick of the Red Sox, now on the White Sox, as is Braden Montgomery. He's now in the majors. Okay. I think he's a mainstay in the majors. I could be wrong. I think he was promoted at some point. That'll be for Tim. Alright, we have a Juan Baez, probably auto here. Milwaukee Brewers, that'll be for Christian. He's a good prospect. Him and Madi. We have Bryce Eldridge, chrome for the Giants for Michael. Fenwick Trimble, Marlins for George. Braden Taylor, Rays for Michael. Dante Nori, first rounder for the Phillies for Michael. Juan Flores of the Angels for Robert. And Carson Bench is the first round pick for the Mets. That'll go to Francisco. The main man in the Miller deal. Yeah, DeVry. I know, he's really good. Cash Mayfield, Padres. Jared Thomas, Rockies. Franklin Arias, Red Sox. Carter Johnson, Marlins. Travis Bazzana, Cleveland. Marcelo Meyer, Red Sox. Cole Mathis, Cubs. Lazar Montez, Mariners. Luis Almeida, Orioles. Seaver King, Nationals. Colin Houch, Mets. Charlie Condon, Rockies. Carson Williams, Rays. Dylan Drayling, Rangers. And Nick Montgomery, Braves. And then we have an Aiden Miller, 14 of 175, first rounder for the Phillies a couple years back. That'll be a Sparkle. Ballpark insert, Aiden Miller again. Phillies for Michael. And we have Bryce McCage auto of the Milwaukee Brewers. He was a second round pick, I believe. That'll be for Christian. So now we're getting our non-numbered autos. Alright, Ryan Campos, chrome for the Cardinals for George. Nick Morabito, who I looked at before. I thought was a Met. Morabito. Met, yep. For Francisco. Alex Clemmy for the Nats for Roger. Nick McLean, White Sox for Tim. Luis Baez, Astros for David. And Kevin Hidalgo, Rockies for George. 3 packs left, 2 autos to find. Eduardo Quintero, Dodgers. Riku Nishida, White Sox. Slade Caldwell, D-backs. Juan Flores, Angels. Ramon Ramirez, Royals. Eric Hernandez, Braves. Demary Pena, Twins. Aiden Miller, Phillies. Cobb Hightower, Padres. Sam Basallo, Orioles. Esteban Mejia, Mets. Travis Honeyman, Cardinals. Cody Freeman, Rangers. J.B. Shears, Marlins. And Cole Carrig, Rockies. There's a Davison De Los Santos of the Marlins. Insert League Elites. Then we have a chrome of 199 refractor of Franklin Arias of the Boston Red Sox. That'll be for Bill. A lot of card shavings hanging around. Alright. Paper Carson DeMartini for the Phillies. We have Agustin Ramirez, chrome for the Marlins for George. Might have 2 of these. Jacob Cozart for the Guardians for Candy. Pablo Guerrero, Rangers for John. Christian Moore, first round of the Angels. Yes, we have 2 of these. And for Robert, Jeremy Cabrera, we decided was on the Rangers, I believe. I looked him up 3 times today. That'll be for John. Chase Burns, first rounder for the Reds. So I think we have most of those chromes in the last box. But we'll put them all up again. Christian Moore and Chase Burns. Duplicate chromes are there. Alright, well, should be 2 autos in these 2 packs. Okay, Romeo Sanabria, Padres. Dalton Rushing, Dodgers. Jamie Ferrer, Twins. Walker Janik, Astros. Josh Carone, Mariners. Nathan Sanatello, Red Sox. Trey Morgan, Rays. Kyle DeBarge, Twins. Gage Miller, Marlins. Kalen Culpepper, Twins. JD Dix, Diamondbacks. Yoelan Cespedes, Red Sox. Josh Grota-Grauer, A's. And James Tibbs, Giants. We have a Billy Amick of 150 blue paper for the Twins. And that'll be for Brandon. And X Factor will be first rounder Cash Mayfield of the Padres. And that'll be for Bill. Alright, then we have a star insert, Sam Basala for the Orioles. That'll be for Robert. Then I believe it's an auto of 199 of Blake Wright of the Rockies. It's a fuchsia auto. And that'll be for George. I think he was like a 3rd rounder. We have Vladimir Restitutio for the Brewers for Christian. Cash Mayfield, Padres for Bill. Boston Barrow, Mets for Francisco. Kyle Teal, White Sox for Tim. Griffel Farrell, Orioles for Robert. And Christopher Familia, Yankees for Michael. And our last pack, coming right on up. Joe Vitrano, Dodgers. Nathan Flowing, Rays. Brailer Guerrero, Rays. Angulith Urania, Yankees. Bryce Matthews, Astros. George Walco, White Sox. Braylon Payne, Brewers. Alexander Albertus, White Sox. Leo DeVries, Padres. PJ Moore, Orlando, Marlins. Braylon Morrell, Rangers. Bernard Moon, Reds. Jason Churio, Guardians. Carter Matheson, Phillies. And we have a drafted of Connor Griffin for the Pirates. That'll be for Christian. Ballpark promos of Walker Jenkins for the Twins for Brandon. And a blue wave of Marvin Alcantara for the Red Sox. Chrome 72 of 150. And that'll be for Bill. And then our auto here, maybe, is of George Walco, which we've already pulled today. But this one's a base. So we have a base and a purple of Walco for Tim. Put this chrome over here. Do you know if there are any retail stores like Walmart, Target that get these cards? I don't think so. Well, I mean, you can look up retail stores online. There's probably hobby stores around that you can maybe find them in. But I don't think it's an online exclusive. Like Sapphire, for instance. But I don't think Walmart, Target, there's no retail version of the product. It's hobby only. Or those stores only carry retail versions of products like Series 1, Series 2 update, Topps Chrome. Sometimes Chrome update, like blaster boxes and stuff like that. Yeah, these ones, Pro Debut's only got hobby boxes. They used to have hobby boxes and jumbo boxes, which you can only get those from hobby stores or Topps or store websites, basically. So that's why you don't see them out there in the wild like that. Franklin Arias, like Bowman Chrome is like that too, and Bowman Draft. They don't have retail products either. Franklin Arias, Red Sox for Bill. Carter Johnson, Marlins for George. There's another Travis Pizzana for surrender for Cleveland for Candy. Max Clark, Detroit for Christian. Carson DeMartini, Phillies for Michael. And Roman Anthony, Red Sox for Bill. So we got a lot of duplicate chromes today. I'll put these back and then we'll recap. Bada boom. Okay. So for our autos today, we have a chrome auto finally, and it is first rounder Blake Burke of the Milwaukee Brewers, number to 199. Let's see. We have a Sparkle of 175 auto of Kavira's Tears of the San Diego Padres. A Fuchsia of 199 of Blake Wright of the Colorado Rockies. A Purple of 250 George Welko of the Chicago White Sox. And a base auto of George Welko. We have a Blue of 150 Kalen Culpepper of the Minnesota Twins. We have a Juan Baez and a Bryce McCage base auto for the Milwaukee Brewers. For our numbered chrome, we have a green wave of 99, Jesus Madi of the Milwaukee Brewers. A green of 99, Kyle Teal of the Chicago White Sox. A blue wave of 150, Marvin Alcantara for the Red Sox. A blue wave of 150 of Walker Jenkins of the Minnesota Twins. A, what number was that? A refractor of 199, I believe, of Franklin Arias of the Boston Red Sox, and a purple of 250 Cam Caminiti of the Atlanta Braves. Paper parallels, we have a green of 99 Jonah Tong of the New York Mets. Who's this? Billy Amick, blue of 150 for the Minnesota Twins. Chris Cortez, sparkle of 175 for the Angels. A fuchsia Jacob Kozar of the Guardians of 199. A sparkle of 175 Aiden Miller of the Phillies. A purple 250 Leo DeVries of the Padres. And a purple of 250 Josh Kuroda-Grauer of the A's. X-Fractor, we have Carter Johnson of the Marlins. And Cash Mayfield of the Padres. And then 3 duplicate chromes back there that are nice. 2 of Christian Moore of the Angels. 2 of Chase Burns of the Reds. And 2 of Travis Bazzana of the Guardians. That'll be that for our number 2 2025 Topps Pro debut hobby break. We have number 4 scheduled tomorrow, number 5 scheduled the next day, and number 6 has like 5 spots left. So that will be that. I'll get you guys the results tonight, and we'll get it shipped out by tomorrow. So thanks for joining. Talk to y'all soon.